Whoa, 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 whoa. What's going on, Illuminators? You bright and shiny ones. Juggernauts, powerful and unstoppable. Observers. Benevolent determinators. Living from the inside out. Taking care of business. Striving to thrive in your own lane, taking out your own trash every day. Loving big love, practicing loving big. Getting, staying, lovable. Boston C here, Boston C. Hope everybody's doing well. 2025, here we are. It's today, Monday. So 13th. How you feeling, Boston C? I feel good. Feel good. You know, here in the States, we got past the election. If your team didn't win, still love you. We all need to get wicked smart. Stop hating. Stop being angry. Stop being divisive. Stop tearing your family apart. We all create our own unique dimensional reality. You know, you can love a lot of people and not like them at the same time. What's that mean, Boston C? So what do you think about everything, Boston C? Well, you know, the whole left-right thing, you know, you got to think up and down, in and out, not left and right. We'll see what happens. A lot of things haven't been right for a long time, regardless of the left and the right. It all comes down to character. Okay? It's all about character, your integrity. Who are you? We don't know who we are. Got to deal with the corruption that's everywhere. Feeds off the dust of our thoughts. That's why you got to take out your trash every day. How's your religion? I don't have one. Yes, you do. It's a belief system, ideology, your credo, whatever your deal is. That's your religion. How's your religion doing? About this religion, love big love, practice loving big. All right? Not going to get into below the news stuff. Let it all play out. Stay in the sidelines and just watch. Take advantage of the changes that are coming. Make good choices. Good choices produce good outcomes. Bad choices produce meh. Yeah, you know. Get caught up in all the below the sun news. I know the fires in LA and whatever's coming next and this, that, and the other thing. Let big love take care of that. And if there's some things that you don't feel right about, that you don't like, take that into your own unique dimensional reality with big love. You take care of business there. Right? You want to change things on the planet? You can do it the way you think. What do you want? What are you imagining? What are you desiring? You got benevolent intentionality behind that deal? You got the staying power to stick with it? Well, what do you mean, Boston C? Well, think about all the corruption that's systemically everywhere and every government across the planet. Okay, it's the jabrones that are in those leadership roles that have the power, but are corrupt on the inside. It's all being dealt with. All of it. Everywhere. All the sexual deviants. You like kids? You're out. You're going. Where you going? Hey, you go take your life review and just get off planet. You know, go to Mars with Elon. It's all good. Boston C, love you. I might not like you, but I love you. Because you're a fellow companion. Deal with your junk. All right? It's all good. All right, biology of belief. We're back. Dr. Bruce Lipton. Continue this chapter. Last time, what we were talking about? What was the last headline there? Oh, yeah. Parental life experiences shape their children's genetic character. Yeah. We're epigenetic beings. What we think, we are. That's why you can control your thought life, deal with the stuff on the inside, you're angry, depressed, whatever it is. Right? It's not you, it's not who you are. It's those malevolent entities that feed off the dust of your thoughts. That's why you gotta love you on the inside. Don't be so hard on yourself. Right? Get in your four brains, your head brain, your heart brain. Right? Your heart brain's what? 100,000 times more electric than my head brain? Wow. It's 5,000 times more magnetic? Maybe I should listen to my heart a little bit. And my gut brain. And then, of course, your body brain. Right? 50 trillion cells. Each one is a mini you. True story. All right, let's keep reading. The exploding field of epigenetic research has not only made Jean-Baptiste Lamarck look like a seer, it has made my professor and mentor, Irv Konigsberg, who inspired the title for this chapter, look like more of one as well. More than 40 years later, it's still the environment. Stupid. Consider a Stanford study touted in the media with headlines that sound like the biology of belief. I'll try to restrain myself from pointing out over and over that the newest research supports the conclusions of the first edition of the biology of belief. Though that's hard for me because I felt so many times like a voice in the wilderness. Not anymore, Dr. Bruce. From U.S. News, environment trumps genes at shaping immune system study. From 2015, environment, not genes, dictates human immune variation study finds. How's your immune system? Okay. What do you think? You can change your immune system. You can do an upgrade. Stanford study found that 3/4 of the variations in the immune systems of identical twins who share the same genome were due to non-heritable environmental influence, including exposure to microbes, toxins, diet, and vaccinations. The study found that environmental factors over time shaped each twin's immune system, with the result that the differences in identical twins over over 60 years of age are greater than the differences in twins under 20. A healthy human immune system continually adapts to its encounters with hostile pathogens, friendly gut microbes, nutritional components, and more, overshadowing the influences of most heritable factors. It's become ever more obvious that the belief that sequencing someone's genome could predict what diseases they would succumb to later in life is false. As for the Human Genome Project, the giant monkey wrench that it threw in the conventional perception of evolution has gotten even more giant. When I first wrote this chapter, the current research led me to give humans 1,000 gene advantage over the simple Caenorhabditis swarm. I didn't get that right, but all right, I didn't pass that exam. But now it's a worm. But now even that smaller number advantage has disappeared. Recent technical advances in reading the genome have further reduced the number of genes found in humans to only about 19,000. The same number now estimated for the worm. In fact, by now, the origin of over 90% of human genes has been traced back to more than 100 million years ago, which implies that worm and human genomes likely share most of the same genes. like the genes of a worm. All right. Jeez, squirrely. So in terms of a gene-based metric to score evolution, we humans have been hurtled even more definitively down to the base of German embryologist Ernst Haeckel's Tree of Life, an illustration he created in 1886, shortly after Lamarck and then Darwin introduced the science of evolution. Haeckel's image traced the lineage of animal evolution from the simplest bacteria at the trunk of a tree to humans occupying the tree's top branches. That lineage made sense when the primacy of DNA was held by science as the controlling factor of life. Evolution biologists naturally assumed that as one ascended the tree, higher evolutionary traits would result in greater genetic complexity. But with humans now at the bottom of the gene-based tree, it is even more evident that gene populations do not determine organismal evolution. Imagine that. Here's another fact I often use in my lectures as a cautionary tale about overemphasizing the role of genes. The same gene used to code for the protein keratin found in hair also provides for all of the following structures: skin, nails, claws, hooves, and horns. The gene that encodes the synthesis of individual keratin protein building blocks does not control how these keratin molecules will be used. So protein encoding genes do provide for cellular building blocks, but do not determine an organism's structure or its complexity. That leaves us with the fundamental question. Well, Boston C, what does? Let's see what Dr. Bruce says. Figuring out an answer to that question leads us to another completely unexpected outcome of the Genome Project. Genes that encode a cell's protein building blocks constitute less than 2% of the genome's total amount of DNA. So the vast majority of DNA does not contribute to the cell's protein population. The belief that this DNA lacked function led Francis Crick to label it as junk DNA. That term, though readily accepted by the public, irritates large numbers of biologists who cannot fathom the idea that cells carry massive amounts of useless DNA. That's why geneticists prefer to use the term dark matter when referring to non-coding DNA. Bent on unlocking the mysteries of this dark matter, a consortium of genetic scientists created the ENCODE Project, an acronym for the Encyclopedia of DNA Elements, to assess the function of the genome's so-called junk DNA. Their research to date, published after I wrote the first edition of this book, reveals that over 80% of non-coding DNA is involved with regulating the production and assembly of gene-encoded proteins. A major discovery also found that dark DNA contains mechanisms by which environmental information can be used to modify the readout protein encoding gene. It turns out that dark DNA uses epigenetic mechanisms that enable a human cell with 19,000 gene blueprints to code for over 100,000 different protein molecules. Love it. Perhaps the biggest surprise from the consortium's findings, which were from the results of 300 years of computing time, is that a large portion of dark DNA consists of gene switches. Over 4 million gene switches in the non-coding DNA constitute an almost inconceivable, intricate information wiring system. One that turns genes on and off and provides a mechanism to rewrite DNA's coded protein structure. That intricate information wiring system reminds me of the A.C. Gilbert erector set that I was fascinated with as a child. A parent's nightmare, this kit contained hundreds of parts, including nuts and bolts and various metal beams with regular holes for assembly, pulleys, wheels, gears, and a small electric motor. What distinguishes construction sets like the Erector and today's Lego blocks is the user's ability to build a model and then take it apart and build something completely different with the same parts endlessly. How much more we got here? Let's see. Yeah, we're going to stop right there. Let's stop right there. Page 52. All right, I'll make a note. Then we'll pick it up. We'll pick it up later. I don't want to get too long because it's your brain. Psh, just know that you're an epigenetic being. You can control your environment. What comes out of you, what comes into your gray space, right? You're an electromagnetic plasmatic being. You're like a technological wonder, right? You've just been lied to. That we're just this flesh thing. Well, you know, you're a spirit that has a soul that occupies his body. All three partner and work together. All right? Boston Sea gonna let you go. Stay in the way, stay in the path. Until next time, Boston's food is up and away. Love you soon. Buy Bitcoin at